Well, hello there. Sion Batson here from Sion Batson Tutoring, and in this video we will be solving systems of equations using the elimination method. Very important concept for all of my 8th graders and all of the students taking the Algebra 1 regions, the Algebra 2 regions, the Geometry regions, the GED exam, the ACT, the SAT, and even if you are a first or second year college student, this video is for you. So let's go. Now, when we use the elimination method to solve a system of equations, we are going to first eliminate or get rid of one of the variables in the system. Once we get rid of one of the variables, we are going to then solve for the remaining variable. Once we have the value of the remaining variable, we are going to substitute that value in one of the equations to find the value of the second variable. Very simple process. However, there is one important rule that we must follow at all times. The rule says, to eliminate a variable, the variable must have the same or opposite coefficients. Very important rule, yes? To eliminate a variable, the variable must have the same coefficient or opposite coefficients. Now, the choice will be yours. You can eliminate whichever variable you want to. However, the variable that you choose to eliminate must have either the same coefficient or opposite coefficients. So far, so good? Now, look at our first system here. In this system, the y's have the same coefficient. Yes? In the first equation, the coefficient of the y is positive 2. In the second equation, the coefficient of the y is also positive 2. So if we wanted to, we can eliminate or get rid of the y because they have the same coefficient. Yes? Now, look at our second system here. The coefficient of the x's are opposite. Yes? The coefficient of the x in the first equation is negative 4. The coefficient of x in the second equation is positive 4. Yes? Negative 4 is the opposite of positive 4. The coefficients are opposite if they are the same numerical value, but the signs are different. So if we wanted to in this system, we can eliminate the x's simply because the coefficients are opposite of each other. So far, so good. Now, I am going to teach you 3 very simple steps that will help you master this concept. Step 1, we are going to add or subtract the 2 equations to eliminate one of the variables. Right? Now, here's a cool trick. If the variable that we choose to eliminate has the same coefficient, we will subtract the 2 equations. Or if the variable that we want to eliminate has opposite coefficients, we are going to add the 2 equations. Yes? Now, when we are finished adding or subtracting the 2 equations, we will solve for the remaining variable. Once we have the value of the remaining variable, we will substitute that value into one of the equations to find the value of the other variable in the system. So far, so good. Now, let's go to our first example here. We have negative 4x minus 2y is equal to negative 12, and 4x plus 8y is equal to negative 24. Now, we can eliminate the x because their coefficient or the coefficients are the opposite of each other. Yes, the coefficient of the x in the first equation is negative 4, and the coefficient of the x in the second equation is positive 4. So since the coefficients are the opposite of each other, we can eliminate the x. Now, remember what we said. When the coefficients are the opposite of each other, we are going to add the two equations. So for step 1, we will add the equations to eliminate the x's. Look at this right here. I'm going to add them, yes? Negative 4x plus 4x will give us 0. See that? So the x's, or the x, is gone. Yes? Now, negative 2y plus 8y will give us positive 6y. Yes? 6y. And negative 12 plus a negative 24 will give us negative 36. So after adding the two equations, the x is gone, and we are left with just the y. Yes, we have 6y is equal to negative 36. So now we are going to solve for the remaining variable, which is the y. To solve for y, we just have to get rid of the 6. To get rid of the 6, we will divide by 6, because the 6 is multiplying the y. And we know that to get rid of any unwanted guests, we will use the opposite operation. 6 divided by 6 will give us 1. So we have just 1y, or y is same thing. Now, if we divide by 6 on this side, we also have to divide by 6 on the right side. Negative 36 divided by 6 is negative 6. So we have the value for y. Yes? Y is equal to negative 6. However, we aren't done, because our system has two variables. There's a y, but there's also an x. So now we have to find the value of x. To find the value of x, we will simply substitute the value of y in one of the equations. Either one. Let's use the second equation here. So let's use 4x plus 8y is equal to negative 24. And we know that y is equal to minus 6, or y is equal to a negative 6. Since y is equal to a negative 6, we can replace this y with negative 6, because y is negative 6. Yes? We can replace or substitute this y with negative 6. Yes? So that's all we did right here. I replaced this y with negative 6, because y is negative 6. Now let's simplify. We have 4x positive 8 times negative 6 is negative 48. Yes? That's equal to negative 24. Yes? Then I add 48 on both sides. What do we have left? 4x is equal to positive 24. Yes? Then I divide by 4. Divide by 4. X is equal to positive 6. Yes? So I've successfully solved for both variables in the system. X is 6, y is negative 6. So the solution to our system is 6, negative 6. Very simple, yes? Very simple, very straightforward. Now, let's try a second system here. Let me clean up this one right here. Remember again, if you guys want to, you can pause the video, go back and watch the first example we worked. Or you can pause the video, try that same example on your own, and then go back and see if you got the same answer, if you did the steps correctly and whatnot. Yes? All right, this is your video. This is the video for the people. Video for the people. All right? So you can practice as much as you want. No, this is a very important concept. Comes every year on the 8th grade state test. And the algebra regions is very important. You must know how to solve a system of equations. Now, let's try our second system here. Remember, the main rule when solving a system using the elimination method, the variable that you want to eliminate or get rid of must have either the same coefficient or opposite coefficients. You can't forget that. In this system, we can eliminate which one? Very good, the y. Why? Because the y has the same coefficient in both equations. In the first equation, the coefficient of the y is positive 2. In the second equation, the coefficient of the y is also positive 2. So we can get rid of the y, or we can eliminate the y, because the coefficient of the y is the same. Now, remember the rule. When the coefficient is the same, we are going to subtract the two equations to eliminate the variable. So the first step will be to subtract. So I give you all the rules and everything you need to know in order to master. So let's go ahead and subtract the first equation here, or the two equations, sorry. So if we do 7x minus 8x, we will get what? Negative 1x. Yes? So we'll have negative 1x right here first. Then if we do 2y, take 2y, we'll get 0. And that's the goal, to eliminate the y. So the y is gone. Say bye-bye y. See you later y. Now, then we'll do what? 24 minus 30. That will give us negative 6. Yes? So we have 1 minus 1x, or a negative 1x, is equal to negative 6. But we aren't done. The x has to be positive. So we will divide by negative 1. And if we divide by negative 1 on this side, we also have to divide by negative 1 on this side. So far, so good. So we know that negative 1 divided by negative 1 is 1. So let's go on. So we have the positive x is equal to positive 6. Yes? So far, so good. Now, we have successfully solved for x, but the system has two variables, right? So now we have to solve for y. To solve for y, we're going to substitute the value of x, and we can choose in any one of the two equations here. So let's choose the first one. The first equation is what? 7x plus 2y is equal to 24. And we know that y is equal to 6, yeah? So we will just replace, we know that x is equal to 6, x is equal to 6. So we will replace this x with a positive 6 plus 2y is equal to 24. And 7 times 6 is 42 plus 2y is equal to 24. Then we what? Take 42. And what do we get here? 2y will be equal to negative 18. Yes? We divide by 2, so y is equal to negative 9. So we have successfully solved for both equations, for both variables, in the system. X is equal to 6, y is equal to negative 9. Very simple, very fun. I really hope that you guys will enjoy this video. If you need to, you can go back and watch the previous example. Yes? Try that problem, then come back, watch this video, try it on your own just to make sure you get the concept. But the main rule you must remember when solving a system using the elimination method is to eliminate a variable, that variable must have either the same coefficient or opposite coefficients. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you'll find it useful and helpful. Until next time, remember to practice, 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 and enjoy your math homework. See you.